Hey, what up, everybody? Steve Breach coming to you as a San Francisco 49er fan. Proud as hell to be going into the NFL playoffs. Playing in a division stacked like the NFC West. I would hate to be a fan of the Arizona Cardinals. I know that they don't have a lot of fans, but, basically to have a season like they did and, be vastly improved from the years before and be locked out of this year's playoffs. I would be really kicking myself at home if I was one of those guys. But as a San Francisco 49er fan, I don't want to be one of those people. I know that they ran the story today saying that the NFL was going to be looking into, redoing the way that they structure the playoffs because of the way that the Green Bay Packers received a home game against the Niners, even though their record was, vastly less, and, they just, on a technicality, got the home game with the wild card advantage. I know that in the past, when everybody made fun of the NFC West. This was only a couple of years ago when basically the Seahawks went into the playoffs with a losing record. They got a home game because they did win their division. Basically, I don't want to make any excuses for my San Francisco 49ers. If they go to Green Bay and they lose, it's their own damn fault. And, the playoff structure has been the playoff structure for a long time, and I don't want to be the guy saying that we lost because we didn't get a home game. If we're going to win and we're going to go into the Super Bowl, we need to beat all these teams however we have to play them, wherever we have to play them. No excuses needed, because that's the way the San Francisco 49ers play football. It does suck that we have to play a team like the Green Bay Packers, who are a way better team than what their record states for, to lose their franchise quarterback Aaron Rodgers due to injury, and be able to bounce back and have the season that they did, basically with Seneca Wallace and Matt Flynn and the other guy having to go back there and play behind center and still find a way to win games in order to make sure that they can get into the playoffs when Aaron Rodgers was able to return. It just, speaks volume. For us to have to play this team for the fourth time in 2 seasons when they're not even in our division is a fucking crime. I don't know how this is, but to be the team that's beat this time, to beat this team 3 times in a row and say that there's no way in the world that we want to play this team again shows you how good this other team is and how they can come up on you. I know they had one hell of a year. Basically, their running back exploded onto the scene and had one hell of a great year. I think it's going to be smash mouth football. I think Frank Gore's going to be having to run the ball out there. I think that Rodgers and Kaepernick, the throwing game, anything more than just a few yard slants over the center and things like that. I think anything like that. I mean, that ball coming at you like a missile is gonna hit you like a cannonball. And I know these guys train hard to play in these cold weather situations. But who knows what's going to happen? I don't really see this game turning into a big, aired out affair. I really seen this game being won on the ground, and by defense stepping up and making the offense make mistakes. A few pick sixes here and there, fumble recovery, getting the ball in some fair weather conditions, and basically I think it might even come down to Phil Dawson kicking a field goal, or maybe even Crosby kicking a field goal. Who knows how? Dawson's going to be able to kick in these cold weather conditions. Crosby can do it because he does it year-round up there in Green Bay. You got to give the Packers a little bit of a nudge in that direction. But, as a Niner fan, you got to give it up to these guys, still being able to get there. Rodgers went down. Cobb went down. I can't remember the other guy's wide receiver name. They lost 2 of their receivers throughout the year. But we're going to have to see. We got here for a reason. Bowman, Willis, Brock, all these defensive guys. I think it's going to be on their shoulders to find a way to win this game. I think we can do it. I think we will do it, and we'll move on to the next round until we can find a way to strangle out those Hawks and make sure that Lambeau doesn't get another Super Bowl up there, and we can bring that Lombardi trophy back to San Francisco where it belongs on a quest for 6. Let's do this, baby. Niners.